Hello everybody and welcome to our new lesson. Our today's lesson is about HTML language. In our today's lesson, we are going to learn the following topics. Number one, we are going to learn the definition of HTML language. Number two, the structure of HTML. Number three, an example of how to create a simple web page using HTML. And the last point we are going to learn is we are going to learn steps to create the web page using HTML language. Let's get started and move to the next slide. The first topic we are going to learn today is the definition of HTML language. What is the meaning of HTML? It's a coding language used to create web pages. Okay, and HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. And you have to note that web pages created by HTML are saved with the extension .htm or .html. They are both similar. And we are going to understand this meaning in the following example. Number three, the codes of HTML can be translated through one of the web browser programs. What is the meaning of web browser programs? Any web browser program as Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Internet Explorer. Okay? And also you can write HTML code using any word processing programs, such as Microsoft Word or WordPad or Notepad. Okay? Number five, noted that the command written in HTML coding language is called tag. Okay? Number two, it's possible to write the HTML codes in capital or small letters. Number three, the HTML codes are written according to specific structure. What does this mean? That's we are going to know in the next slide. In this slide, we are going to learn the meaning or the structure of HTML language. What is the meaning of structure? It means you have to type this structure and it's fixed, okay? And you will change some parts of this structure according to the design of your web page, as you according to your needs, okay? But this structure, which is written here, it's fixed. What does this mean? It means that you have to follow this structure when you are going to create any web page using HTML language. And now we are going to learn what are the components of this structure. Before we get started and study this structure, you have to note that each code or each command in HTML is called tag, okay? And as you notice here, each tag must be written or placed between two marks, this mark and this mark. As you notice here also, each tag is written between two marks. What else? You can notice that each tag is written twice. The first one, it's named the opening tag, and the second one is called the end tag. So what is the difference between the open tag and the end tag? The end tag has slash, okay? And you can notice here, this tag also it has an open tag and an end tag with slash. Again, title tag has an open tag and an end tag. Okay, and the last one, body, has open tag and end tag with slash. So each tag must be written twice. The first time it's called the open tag, and the last or the second one is called the end tag. And the end tag has slash. Okay, what else? The sequence of these tags is as follows. The HTML codes divided into two main parts. The first one is head and the second one is body. Okay, so the HTML code is divided into two main parts. Number one, the head. Number two, the body. Okay, and as we said, the head must be closed here, and the body also must be closed here. Okay, as I said, you have to write it an open and an end tag. Okay, because each tag must be written twice, as we said. Again, HTML is divided into two main parts. The first one is head and the second one is body. What else? The head tag includes the title tag. Okay, so inside the head tag, you have to type the title tag. And what is written here in the title? The title includes the text which will appear in the title bar of the web page, as we are going to see in the following example. And what is written here in the body part? It's written the text which be displayed inside the web page. Okay, let's have a look and watch this web page. This web page is a very simple web page created using HTML, and each part in this page has its own code. Okay, let's have a look and watch the second slide here. Okay, let's have a look and watch the second slide. Here we have an example. This example asks you to create a web page using HTML language. So you will type the fixed structure which we have studied in the previous slide, such that these are the conditions or the characteristics of our web page. He asks you to display my first page in the title bar of your web page. Okay, what else? He asks you to display the word Egypt inside your page. Okay, to create this web page, we have to follow the following steps. Steps to create the web page using HTML language. Number one, you have to load or open the Notepad program. Why? To be able to type the structure of HTML codes. Number two, type the HTML codes according to the characteristics of your web page. Number three, save the file with the extension .htm or .html on the desktop. What is the meaning of extension? Extension, we are going to see what is the meaning of it when we are going to save our web page. The last step is to open your file from the desktop. Why? To watch the result of executing the code in the internet browser screen. Let's go and try to create this web page. How we are going to create this web page? The first step is to load the Notepad program. How to load the Notepad program? Here in the search area, you have to type the name of your program, Notepad, and you will notice that the icon of this program will appear. Notepad, okay? You just click on it and you will notice that the Notepad program window will appear. Here in this program, you will type step number 2, you will type the HTML codes. First thing, we have to type the structure. And we open this tag, the mark, and type HTML. And don't forget to close this tag with slash from the keyboard. Okay, what else? We said that HTML is divided into two main components or two main parts. Number one, head, and each tag you type, you have to close it. You have to close it with slash head. And the second part is body. And also we are going to close it, body. Okay, what else? We said that the head part includes the title tag, title. And also we are going to close it. Okay. Up till now, we finished creating the structure of HTML, which consists of HTML, it is the open tag of this language, and the end tag here, HTML. Why? Because the HTML language starts with this tag, HTML, and ends with this tag, HTML, the end tag of it, with slash. And the HTML consists of two main parts. Number one, head. Number two, the body. What else? We have to go back to our example to watch the requirements for our web page. What are the requirements? He asks you that the title of the page is My First Page. What does this mean? It means that you have to type My First Page in the title part of the code. Let's go back and type it here in the title part, between title and end title. You have to type here My First Page. This is the first requirement. What else? Number two, to display the word Egypt inside the web page. What does this mean? It means to type the word Egypt inside the body part here. Okay, so we have to type the word Egypt between the body and the end body. You have to type the word Egypt. Up till now, we have finished our program, and these are the codes required to create our web page. What is the next step here? The next step, we will watch it in our slide. Here we loaded Notepad program, we typed HTML code. Step number 3, save the file with the extension HTML or HTML. We go back to our Notepad file and we have to save this code. How? You go to the file menu and click on it, and then you click on save as to save your file. The save as window will appear. In this window, you have to do 3 things. Number 1, on the left side of this window, you have to determine the location or the place where you are going to save your file. And for example, we are going to save it on the desktop. So you click on the desktop. Number 2, here beside the word file name, you have to give your file a name. For example, we are going to name it first page. Is it enough? No. When you are saving your file and you give it a name, you have to pay attention to give it a full name. What does this mean? You have to give it a name plus an extension. What does this mean? Extension, the extension of a file determines the type of this file. And as we are going to create a web page using HTML language, so you have to save your file with the extension .htm or .html. They are both similar. Again, we first determined the place or where to save our file. Second step, we determine the file name with the extension. The third step here, you just hit the save button. Okay, what else? Let's go back and see the second or the following step is to open the file from the desktop to know the result of executing your codes. How to do this? We have to go to our desktop and open our web page. Where is our web page? It's here. It's called first page, and you have to note that it took the icon of your default web browser. Why? because your web page, your file became a web page. So it takes the icon of your web browser. Okay, you have to open it, double click on it, and watch the result of executing your code. Here you have to notice something. You can notice here in the title bar, you have the word my first page. Why? Because we typed it inside the title part in our code. So you have your the word my first page in the title bar of the web page. What else? You have the word Egypt inside your web page. Why? Because we type this word inside the body part. Okay, let's have another example. If you would like to change the text which appears in the title bar, and we can type, for example, welcome to Egypt. And let's see what's going to happen. After you make any changes to your file, you have to save it again. Okay, how to save the changes? From file, you click save in this time. And you move or go to your web page and you look here. You will notice that this text will be changed. I'll refresh this page, and you notice this here, welcome to Egypt. So the text in the title bar is changed and became welcome to Egypt. If you'd like to change the text which appears in the web page itself, you go back to your program, and between the body and the end body, you can change this text. And we can type here, I love Egypt. Again, you have to save your changes, file and save, and go back to your web page, and you look at this text. When I click refresh, it will be changed. I love Egypt. Okay? That's all we have for our today's lesson. Thank you for watching, and till we meet in our next lesson. Thank you and goodbye.